All right.
Okay,
So
friend. What's your mess?
so I saved this story specifically for the podcast because I knew you would be like, what is happening? So we have a neighbor. The neighbor, she's cool. She don't say nothing. We don't see her. It is. I mean, we see her here and there, but nothing crazy. So 5 o'clock this morning, I hear, I don't believe in no white man in the sky. I was like, what's happening? Mind you, I'm having good sleep. I'm thinking I'm gonna sleep at least till 7,
Right.
maybe 7:30, because I'm an early riser regardless. So that's probably the latest I was gonna sleep. But after last night and yesterday, I'm thinking I'm gonna get good sleep. And I hear her like yelling, like constantly, like, and I don't really hear her. I know she brings people over, but I don't really hear her. So she's
Okay.
like, I don't believe in no white man in the sky. Yada yada. Some more I'm trying to make out. And mind you, this is like I'm trying to hear because I'm trying to be coherent. And then it gets louder. It just keeps getting louder. Get out of my house! Get out of my house! Get out of my house! And I'm like, so then I'm like, AJ starts to wake up. I was like, you hear that? He's like, huh? I was like, you hear like they arguing over there. And he's like, hmm. So we start to look on the ring camera because we're so close because our apartments are like, here's our door, here's her door, ring
Okay.
camera here, and then she'll probably see us like from her ring camera if we're
Right.
standing a specific way.
Right.
So it's a white man. First of all, we looked way back. He came at 1 a.m., came in, and then because they started to move closer to, I guess, like the door area. So I started, and AJ was like, what about them cats? Why aren't the cats attacking the person? Like, let's get, like, if she tried to get
Not
out,
an
like,
attack
what's
cat.
happening? And so then we're just like trying to figure out. He came at 1 a.m. Then I saw he went outside at around 5 o'clock when we were like, when they were arguing, when they moved. And he's like on the phone. She's on the phone. The door is wide open. He's like, yeah, I don't even know. I feel threatened for my life. I don't know what's happening. He's walking calmly down the stairs, feeling threatened for his life. She's over there. I don't know who this person is. He's in my apartment. Like, I don't know why this keeps happening to me. Hysterical crying. I'm gonna send you the clip because it was crazy. But we were watching, we were like, and then here he goes. We gotta stop being nosy. You gotta stop being nosy. I'm like, I'm not being nosy. We're just trying to make sure she's not dead. Like, what it like,
I don't need the cops knocking on your door talking about some. Do y'all know what happened
mm-hmm.
to the lady next door?
Yeah. And then like it got quiet. I think well, she was crying for a while. And then it got quiet. And so I think he really, really left. And the cops ain't show up. So they both called the cops. And then I think AJ saw on Citizen app, like, woman threatens man with knife, like around the time that we were like watching this all go down. So it was a mess, but ring cameras save lives. And it's a great thing if you want a little entertainment. So that's what happened at 5 o'clock in the morning.
I am usually the one with the neighbor issues. I'm usually the one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going upstairs with a belt
Yep. Yep.
because
Text me. Mm-hmm.
that's crazy. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad you said
Yeah.
that for this because I would have been like what?
And mind you, this is a new guy because she brings a black guy over. First of
Okay.
all, when she said, I don't believe in no white man in the sky, I was like, well, I know he's not white. So, of course, we don't believe in a white man in the sky. And then it's usually a black guy over there. So we were like, this is a new one. He looked more Hispanic, honestly, the way he was
Okay.
talking. Yeah, stature type situation. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I'll keep you posted. See
Yeah,
what
because now
happens.
I need to know what's gonna happen. Well,
Mm-hmm.
I guess that's the beginning of 2026. This is Shelby,
Mm-hmm. And this is Jess.
and welcome back to the League of Extraordinary Readers. I cannot believe it is 2026.
Yeah, they've been doing flashbacks to 2016.
Yes, I posted my little hood rat hoochie mama, my little outfit. I had on this tiny ass little dress.
Screaming. Oh,
Little
wow.
tiny ass
Yes,
little
the
dress.
tiny dress.
We was on our way to
Yes.
Henny Palooza, girl.
Oh.
And
Oh,
that was,
good
if I
times.
remember correctly, that was the one that was at Coney Island. And there are definitely pictures of me standing on the table eating fish tacos with my eyes closed.
Screaming, but that is a
Yeah,
good time.
very
2016
good
was a
time.
good year. It was
Yeah.
indeed a good year. Mm-hmm.
It's also a
Yeah.
full circle moment because in 2016 was when that Fetty Wap song was popular and he just got out of jail.
Mm-hmm. He sure did. He sure did.
What? Because Drake was on the feature. All you gotta do is put my mind to this shit. Goddamn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It was a good,
that
he
was
had a
everybody's.
really good run. Yeah.
2016 was a good time.
Yeah, yeah. Me and Jody were, she was in her stylist era and I was in my fashion
Okay.
photography era.
Okay.
And we was driving down to Miami, going to the Chobe. If you know, you know that's where the prostitutes be going. We were trying to do a shoot concept in this strip. Like it's a strip. The Chobe is like a strip of motels.
Okay.
And we
Okay.
we rented this hotel to do this one concept, and it got late at night. Things started getting popping. We said,
Got a
let's,
little
let's
spooky, huh?
content content or not, for the art or not, we got to get out of here. It was like three, no, four black women, me, Jody, and another friend who was doing the makeup and the model, and that was it. We was over here shooting. What a time. We was doing a lot. That was the year somebody stole my photos on the shoot too. Wow.
That's crazy. We were not recording the pod when my content got stolen. We had already started taking a break.
Yes, that's
Yo, we
crazy.
were not recording the pod because that would have been a lit episode.
Yeah, because
So
you would have
if
been
y'all
a
don't know,
blaster.
right, if y'all don't know, if you don't follow my personal page, this girl stole one of my book reviews, like the pictures, and basically used AI or chat GBT to rewrite the caption
Mm-hmm.
and then was trying to tell me that she didn't steal my stuff.
She got it off
It's
Pinterest.
crazy. Yeah,
Mind you,
that's what
this
she
is
said. She got
original
it off.
content, original
Right.
branding.
Right. I was like, what? So I must be doing something right because the
Mm-hmm.
girls want to steal my content. But then I'm noticing other people stealing other people's content. And y'all know I don't know nobody's name, whether it is in person, in a book, or whatever. Y'all know I don't keep names in my mind, but I remember how things look. And I saw a 2025 like reading wrap up, and I was like, I've seen this exact post in a different font before and had to go
Mm-hmm.
find it.
Mm-hmm.
So y'all be safe out there with y'all content because the girls are copying and pasting it.
No, and you know how I know they are? I go on Pinterest. I just go on Pinterest to A, post,
Mm-hmm,
B, just to see, just scrolling. There's a lot of book inspiration or book content ideas, right?
mm-hmm.
I just be looking at it like, okay, these are nice. But to me, what happens is I'm looking at it, I was like, how can I make it my own and not directly
Right,
copy off of somebody? Like
right.
that's what you think. So I'm seeing these exact ideas replicated on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
Exact, like word for
Exact.
word, bar for bar
Right.
on Instagram. So people
I'm
are
like,
definitely using Pinterest for that. They're
they're
definitely stealing
not
content.
they're not changing fonts. They're
Mm-hmm.
not like adding their own colors or flair or anything.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're not moving elements around. Like I even bought a there's this girl that does like Canva templates or whatever.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I bought the little packet because I love how they look. I
Mm-hmm.
have never used exactly what she put. at
Mm-hmm.
at minimum, I'll keep the colors. Everything else, I either delete or move around or whatever because I, it's her.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
teach me how to do the things right. I can see the different elements or whatever, but I never leave it exactly the same.
Same. And that's why I started like with Canva. Canva, you can tell who's using what templates because people are using the same templates. And
They're
they're not
doing the
changing
same exact
stuff.
thing. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so when I started this page really was just strictly like no face no case book club.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I didn't grow as fast because it really was ain't nobody on the page. I'm just throwing up quotes. Like just let's throw up quotes. Let's throw up this.
Right.
That was it. And then I started working with Sarah to do like branding and like figure out like and I started thinking about social media strategy just a little bit and I was like, okay, I'll show my face. And working with Sarah, she gives me original branded stuff so I don't have to use
Right.
any of the Canva stuff.
Right.
And I know people don't have those resources, but I also feel like I also get on Photoshop and create things originally too. Like if I
Right.
feel like really creative because I just don't want to replicate Canva at all because
Yeah.
it is like
I get
taking
that.
over. Like it's crazy.
I mean, I
So
love,
yeah.
although I complain about Canva at least twice a week,
Mhm.
I be in just text like hollering and screaming because there is just like a lack of fluidity sometimes with how it
Yeah.
works. Especially from the like computer aspect versus the iPad one and versus like the app on the
Yeah.
phone. But Canva, especially if you are learn like you don't have a creative bone in your body and like
Mhm.
you can't use a Photoshop or something like that, it's perfect. Just make stuff your own.
Yeah, just make
Like
it on your own.
just Google like, okay, how do I do X, Y, and Z in Canva? It'll tell you how to do it, and then you go and you make it your own. And
Yep.
although we are not a we know the detriment of AI. I'm not telling you to use AI to create things, but you can help AI can help you come up with a color palette, right? If you don't have a creative bone in your body and you like, I don't know what colors go together, or I don't know that this is a cool tone and I want another cool tone to go with it or a warmer tone or whatever. If you don't know those things, you can ask. You can ask.
Yeah.
Or you
Yeah.
can so like the book reviews that I do with my on Canva or whatever, where I
Yeah.
change the colors of the background and stuff like that, Canva automatically picks like 5 colors from the book cover. So
Mhm.
for a long time, I was doing it myself. I didn't even realize Canva was doing that. Like I reckon I realized that on accident. And there you go. Like it's not a
Mhm.
there are tools and things that can help you. But
Yeah, there's so many resources. Yeah.
just
Yeah.
stop stealing people's stuff. It's not
It's not cool, guys. It's
it's not
not.
cool. And the funniest part about it is that she stole my book review of The Scammer.
Yeah. Which is
Like,
like,
girl, what?
damn. Like be for real right now. What?
Be very for real.
2025 come and gone. How was your holiday break? What are you reading? What are you doing?
Holiday break was okay. It was quiet. Um,
Mhm.
our sweet baby, she turned 4.
Mm.
And she is like a whole little woman now with all this personality, and it's hilarious. But it was quiet. Mom still healing.
Mhm.
We don't want to go out and like get her sick or anything. Um, she did try to ruin Christmas. So my mother was a very big proponent when I was little of the whole Santa Claus thing.
Mhm.
And every year she asks me, even at my big age of 32, she still says, "Is there anything you want Santa to bring you?" And I had sent her some links to a couple of things. And couple like week before Christmas, I'm in the kitchen washing out a cup or whatever, like whatever, just feeling bad, like it's my first holiday without dad and all this stuff.
Mhm.
And she goes, "Didn't you text me something to send to Santa?" And I said, "Yeah." She was like, "Okay, well, buy it yourself. You know Santa ain't real."
Not her just
I said, "I know you lied to me, girl." So she got in cahoots with Santa. I think they had a little Zoom call and got what I needed to be here and wrapped it and all of that. So that was good. Reading wise, I have like 3 books going right now. So I'm reading Deisha Philial's new book, The True Confessions of First Lady Truman
Mhm.
Freeman, Jesus Christ. Phenomenal. I've actually slowed down a bit because I don't want it to end. Um, The Water Bearers. I'm probably gonna try to finish that today. And I'm definitely gonna finish From These Roots, which is very, very, very good. I think it's a
Mm-hmm.
good like beginner um nonfiction. So one of my like reading goals for 2026 is to read at least one nonfiction a month and one classic a month.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so From These Roots is the story of Tamara Lanier and how she promised her mother that she would write down their family history, like do a family tree. And there was a particular family member who they call Paparenti, that her mother always talked about, and he was like their first ancestor to come to America via the
Yeah.
slave trade. Um, and they only had oral history of them. Her mom passes away. She didn't know where to begin with this research. The owner of a like coffee shop that they went to, older black dude, he was really into these kind of things. He was like, I'm working on my own family tree. I can do some research for you, find what I can. And found out that the a picture of Paparenti was in the Peabody Museum at Harvard.
Yeah. Yeah.
So now it's her trying to get this picture, and how Harvard um is trying to uphold the name of a very racist scientist or professor, Professor Agus, I think his name is. That's how you pronounce it. He had those photos taken of enslaved people because he was trying to prove that uh, white people and black people were two different species. But he's also done like research for like glacial mountain, all this other stuff. So like there's like wildlife things that they have from him that are like cool. Like he's donated all this money, he did all this whatever, whatever. Excuse me, but it doesn't take away from the fact that like he also had very racist ideology. So when she came to Harvard to say, hey, related to this enslaved person, and when she comes to find out the some of the other enslaved people that were in the pictures, she's also related to them as well. Like she's found all this information. They were dodging her,
Mm.
like don't want to hear her story, none of that. But the part that I'm at now is she realizes that she has legal rights to these pictures. So
Mm.
she got a lawyer and she sues. So because the book is
Mm.
published, I know that she ends up getting the pictures. I
Mm.
just didn't know like what the path was, and it's because she sued. So it was like that was
Mm.
the reason Harvard didn't want to talk to her, because if they did, then they wrongfully have, if she is
Images.
the descendant, right? And they kept saying to her like, you don't have um proof that that's your ancestor. And the part about that that was pissing me off, which is something that I've said before, is, and I think I'm gonna write about this because we talk so much about anti-intellectualism, right? And I do think a part of it is the people are not reading, they can't read, there's like an educational aspect to it. But I think the
Mm-hmm.
other part of it is, I don't think higher up academics, like I don't think they realize how they come across, and this like superiority that they have to
Mm-hmm.
education and any smartness that doesn't look like theirs, because they
Mm-hmm.
were trying to negate her oral history. And I'm like, they're like, well, you need proof. They didn't start like adding black people to the census until what, like 1860? So
Mm-hmm.
for them to say to her, like, oh, well, he wasn't included in the 1870 census, so how do we know X, Y, and Z? The only majority of the stuff that we know about black people is from word of mouth. What are we talking about?
Yep.
What are we talking about? So that was that's been really good. But again, I think it is a very beginner friendly um nonfiction for people that want to get into nonfiction that's not a memoir or an autobiography. I
Mm-hmm.
think this is a good starting place. But that's it. Sarah and I are gonna read Persuasion. We're gonna
Okay.
start that this weekend. Um and yeah, that's it. I guess we can
Hmm.
talk about reading goals. Tell me how your week
Yeah.
was first, and then we can both talk about what our reading goals for this year is. Holiday
Yeah.
break, your week, all of that.
Holiday break was chill. Yeah, it was really chill. Went back to Florida. Babysat the baby, my goddaughter, which was fun. She's an active little one. I did her hair.
Just sent me a
Um,
picture of this baby, like with a vice grip on a piece of chicken, and I said, "You know, that's my kind of carrying on." Okay,
yeah, she
that
she
is
can
my
eat.
kind of carrying on.
She don't play about her food. I said, I don't blame you, girl. We gotta feed you. Like Jody was like, if y'all are eating, she needs to eat at the same time. It don't matter if she's full. She needs to eat at the same time as you because she'll swipe your
Oh,
food. And sure enough, she swiped. You saw she swiped my
yeah.
chicken.
When
And
I say a vice grip, and them toddler hands be strong. I don't know why babies are so strong.
mm-hmm.
I was like, "You're
They
not
they
getting that chicken
fight
back,
back.
girl."
Mm-hmm. So that was fun. That was fun to see her. She has a lot of character. She sings. She sings.
She
Yeah, her little ABCs or Ring Around the Rosie. Because she goes to daycare. So she's like picks up on little nursery rhymes and stuff like that. So she does that. She loves a good book.
okay?
Loves a good book. If you saw my stories, I built her a banned book library because they're in Florida. So they won't get a good Toni Morrison like that, or Maya Angelou's which we call it, their eye, not their eyes are watching God, not her, it's not Zora. What's her book?
Why the cage bird sing?
There, I'm looking at the cover like it's a bird. Anyways, y'all know what I'm talking about, but she's not gonna get all those beautiful classics. So we gotta build up these
Right.
babies from now. So I mean they don't plan to like live in Florida forever, right? But who knows? Like who
Yeah.
knows?
Who knows what's gonna happen?
Yeah, so I bought those. I'm gonna continue to do that, buy her like a set of three, like maybe for her birthday next, or just because if I find any like ones that I know that she'll read later on in life or
Right.
need, that type of stuff. We surprised my sister with a new Apple Watch. She jumped into the river in Jamaica with her Apple Watch back in September. I said to Chelsea, I said, "You took off your Apple Watch, right?" She was like, "Yeah, I took it off." And we're walking to do like we're jumping off of like these ropes and stuff. And she's like, "I don't think I took off my watch." I was like, "Well, the mermaid has it." So,
Why? Why?
and she looked at me like, so since then she's been mourning the loss of her Apple Watch.
Only a
And
sister can look at you and say, "Well, I guess the mermaid has it." Because the mermaid would have had you too, Jessica. It would have been you and Apple Watch in the river. Why would you say that to me? That poor baby, you be abusing her.
she was like she was like, "I'm fine. I'm okay. I don't it's material things. It's material things."
Chelsea,
I
if you're
said
listening to this, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to laugh like that.
because it's her face was killing me when she said it. And she said it was a straight face, like, "It's just material things. I don't care. I don't care." And I was like, "Are you sure? Are you sure?" And I was like, "All right, girl, whatever. Material things."
Oh God. Oh my
So we
God.
surprised her with the Apple Watch. And I felt like I didn't send you that video. Oh man, she was so I gotta send it to you. She was like, "Oh my gosh, an Apple." Because like we were, so I ordered it maybe 2 days before Christmas, and it wasn't supposed to come till it probably wasn't coming till Sunday. So we were trying to get it.
Okay.
We were actually trying to get it for her birthday. We were trying to like speed
Okay.
up the suspense because her birthday's January
Uh-huh.
5th. So
Right.
she was like, "Oh, okay, I got." She got a perfume sampler. She's like, "All right." She's like, oh well, look at everybody's Apple Watch. Wow,
Oh.
everybody has an Apple Watch. And so it was coming now Friday.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, she leaves the same day as us on Monday. So I was like, okay, we'll just give it to her. No, yeah, it comes on Sunday. So I was like, we'll give it to her Sunday. And so she was surprised. Poor thing was going through it, man.
That
But that
reminds
was
me of the
good.
Christmas. They got me a computer, like a MacBook Pro. It was
Mm-hmm.
like maybe a year before college.
What a
And
time.
I had broken there was a virus on like my desktop.
Mm-hmm.
So we had to get rid of that. They were giving me a replacement, but there was this huge box under the Christmas tree. And I was like, what is that? And the guy that my mom was dating at the time, he was like, I'll tell you what it is, but you can't tell your mother I told you. He was like,
Mm-hmm.
it's a printer. And I'm like, fuck I'm gonna
A
do with a
printer.
printer? And I don't have no computer. And like at the time I was really into photography and they were like, you can print your photos, you can do all this stuff and stuff. So
Mm-hmm.
like this was maybe like a week before Christmas. So I'm like trying my best to be grateful. But in my head, I'm like,
A printer?
borrow somebody's laptop in this house to print stuff. Like this doesn't make any sense. They waited until I had opened everything. Like it was Christmas night. I'm in my room like I got a printer and like whatever other stuff, whatever, trying to be grateful. It was like 10 o'clock at night and it was like,
It
come
did you
here. We
dirty.
wanna come we found something else for you. And it was my MacBook Pro. But I was like,
Oh.
what am I gonna do with a damn printer and no computer?
Oh my gosh, that would have made me hot. Cause like for real, like who am I like how am I gonna plug this up? Like where I
What am
mean
I
I can plug it up, but like what am I connecting it to? I have
right?
no
Like what?
computer. Ugh, yeah, no.
So that's how Chelsea felt.
No,
Y'all was giving her everything for what she wanted.
man, oh man, that girl was going through it. But yes, that was Christmas was chill. I tried to like I came back a little bit early to get my mind right for the exhibition, which happened yesterday, which was really great. Was great, good turnout. Um, the images look great, regardless of like the chaos before. It was like you know how things are chaotic before and it's gonna be
Yes.
fine. So you think oh, it's gonna work out. It did. So everything worked out with that. So what have I been reading? I started Warrior Girl on Earth. I DNF'd that because it's similar to the book that you're reading with the woman looking for her images that belong to her and her family. That's what the gist of Warrior Girl on Earth is, but from an indigenous perspective. This I think she's like 17, 18. I don't think they graduated yet, but they're part of the summer camp, this indigenous summer camp to look for these like she's working for the archival group or archival department at a museum looking for past indigenous ancestors, their things. And so she's going to like random places like places that are stores like teepees that are not supposed to be owned by a white man, just
Right.
having stuff there. Like she's going around and doing that. I DNF'd it because it was slow. It was like not, it wasn't giving what it was supposed to. And there's a lot of plot holes. And I was like, okay, I'm going to read the book before it because that book it's not the same characters, but it's the same universe. It's
Okay.
not necessarily connected. It's like a sister book type of situation. So I'm gonna read that one because everybody said that one's better than Warrior Girl on Earth. So I was like, let me just trace back and go back to that one and then see how I like that. Because I do enjoy the writer's writing. I just wasn't a fan of how the story was going. And it could be I'm reminding myself these are like teenagers. So someone like there's like a little relationship happening.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, why are y'all having this conflict? I was like, they're teenagers. They're teenagers. They're teenagers. They're having this conflict. Let's move on. But there's a girl missing in the book too. And the girl missing, they're looking for her. And then next thing you know, we're on to the next scene. So I don't know. I'm like, is the girl missing connected to the warrior girl on Earth? Or
No, I know I'm a little biased about Jason Reynolds because if he
Mm-hmm.
just gave me an opportunity, but he does a really good job at like making YA characters just human in a
Yeah.
sense without all of this like in his books
Weird
there
fluff.
are those things but they're not
Mm-hmm.
like I don't know how to describe that in a way that makes sense to like what literary devices he's using and whatever the case may be,
Mm-hmm.
but it's like he's the only one that comes to mind. Like when you're saying all of this, I'm like the only YA person that I feel like doesn't do that is him and Tiffany D.
Tiffany
Jackson.
Jackson. Yeah. I'm trying
They
to
don't do
think
that.
who. There's a third person I was thinking of the other day. Tiffany D. Jackson, Ryan Reynolds. There's somebody
Jason
else
Reynolds.
that is. uh, Hi, Jason. I'm gonna get your name right. I called you Marlon the other day. I I call you Ryan Reynolds. We're gonna get it right in 2026. I know you. I know
Just
your face.
if I'm supposed to marry this man, you're gonna have to know who his name, friend.
I'm gonna have to know the name. It'll come back to me. But those two, they do a good
Yeah,
job. Yeah.
everyone else, I'm always like, I think we both kind of have the
Mm,
same sentiment, and I try really hard to kind of
yeah.
separate my higher expectations
Yeah. Yeah.
from um because that does sound interesting, but I don't need
Yeah.
baby relationships, and I don't need like if you
Yeah.
tell me somebody is missing, now I want to know why the baby is missing. Let's go find her.
That's what I want to stick to. So I don't know. So yeah, I DNF'd it. I'm listening to a Master Gin by P. Jelly Clark.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That is pretty interesting. I'm trying to figure out like the world building aspect. It is based in Cairo and it has some futuristic elements. So I'm trying to get into it because I was craving something futuristic,
Okay.
science fictiony type of vibe. So I was like, let's try this because it's been sitting on my shelf looking at me and I'm trying to do better at like just picking up a book off my shelf and reading it and not being like, oh, I'm gonna read that book where I see on somebody's page like, oh yeah, I have that on my shelf. Did you read it? No, I have it on my shelf. It's collecting right. It's a collector
I need
right now.
to make that
Um,
a goal too.
yeah, I'm just like okay. So there's that one, and then what else? Oh, I'm reading The Wedding by Dorothy West, which is our book club's pick. Excellent, really good. Um, Dorothy has an interesting way with words. She is definitely, obviously, one of the ancestors. She was definitely writing down. So you're definitely taking your time with the text a little bit more. But it's
Okay.
definitely approachable. It's definitely approachable. I I like the subject matter. I like where it's going. I don't
Okay,
have
don't tell
much
me anything
words.
because
I'm
I
not
have
gonna.
it and I
Yeah,
got a
I
physical
won't.
copy and I got the audiobook. So,
Same. And I think I might listen to it. Some of the book I found the adaptation with Halle Berry in it on YouTube, so I dropped it. Yeah, I didn't know there was adaptation, so I was researching stuff to send to them.
that's
Yeah,
her second edit because she was in there Eyes Were Watching God.
I didn't know. I didn't know
Huh.
she was in that.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, she's in it. So I dropped it. I'll send it to you if you want to watch it. Some
Mhm.
people didn't like it. Some people were like,
I mean,
I can't tell you one of the characters because like it'll just give away the whole entire book, but this particular character is very unlikable and I yeah.
okay.
And but he's also even more unlikable in the movie they said. So when I'm done I'll watch it. Yeah, I don't yeah. So that's going well. I did start the First Lady Freeman, right?
Mhm.
First Lady. Yeah, I've
How
started
far
that.
into it are you? What's happening?
It's just the first. I just went to the first chapter. That was it.
Oh,
But that was juicy
Christ.
enough. I
Dang
know.
it.
I know. I'm gonna
Yeah,
hurry
but
up.
here's the thing. It's not juicy. It doesn't get juicy yet until
So that wasn't the juicy. Like that's not like juicy yet. I know it's not
No,
juicy, juicy.
that's
Okay,
not
okay.
even juicy.
All right, all
She's
right. I'm
just
hurrying.
laying the land.
I'm
She's just
hurrying. I'm
giving
hurrying.
you a
I'm trying. This week was pretty long, so we're gonna dedicate the time this weekend.
whatever. We might
I
actually have
won't
to get
disappoint
Disha
you.
on the podcast because I have so many questions. First, starting with, bitch, are you
Uh-huh.
okay? You all right? Are you well?
I do love a good. Let's start off with a verse and read the people down. I she
When I saw that, I said we are in for some bullshit, and I didn't lie.
No, you didn't, because I was like, oh, this is crazy. Anyways, I'm gonna dedicate time this weekend to get really deep into it because I'm not really
Okay,
doing
let
nothing
me
this
know
weekend.
when you're up to like page. What page? Because I stopped because I'm trying to wait for you and Bridget to catch up so we can be around about the same place. So
Okay,
when you
okay.
get to the chapter titled Mission Possible, so
Okay.
like 123, page 123, let me know.
Okay.
Because
123.
I'm
Boom.
in that chapter. That's
Okay.
like one of the longer chapters. I'm in that chapter. And then we can,
Go from there. Okay.
yes.
Also reading Art on My Mind by Bell Hooks. I got a lot of books going. Art on My Mind by Bell Hooks. But that is one that I want to take my time with because it's paired with The Artist Way. I paired it
Mm-hmm.
that way. So me and Bridget are both reading that. Bell Hooks is actualizing a lot of what I've thought and what we've discussed before. But when it comes to black art versus white art, and when it comes to criticism, I think honestly so far, like, so good. I know this might be my most enjoyable book by her. I think I tried Communion a while back.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if and it might not have been in the, because Bell Hooks is one of those people that you need to read when you're in the mood and the headspace for it, because like I read All About Love a while back. It's a good book. I think everybody should read it. But you can also find the similar, I feel, similar elements in fiction. Similar elements if you're looking through and reading intentionally different stories, you can find different theories and approaches and examples of what she's talking about in All About Love in other approachable ways. That's also just my thought with
I'm gonna
that.
say something that people are probably gonna find offensive. Um I don't haven't read Bell Hooks yet because of the target audience that promotes it.
No, you're not wrong, but I read it. Okay, I saw the
Because
switch. I
of
saw the
exactly
switch,
what
so I
you're
know.
saying. I think the
Yeah.
people that read Bell Hooks or recommend her books a lot are people that only read a lot of nonfiction and self help books. So I don't
Mm-hmm.
think that they are actually getting the level of
Mm-hmm.
knowledge that Bell Hooks is trying to offer them because this is all that they read. I would prefer to hear about Bell Hooks from someone that reads a good mix of nonfiction and fiction,
Mm-hmm.
that understands that you can find those same things in fiction work,
Mm-hmm.
like you're
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah,
But yeah,
you
the
definitely.
target audience, it's like in order to be a popular woo bitch, you got to be a Bell Hooks fan, and a lot of them they're not.
Yeah. So the thing with All About Love, when it was a popular book before, but it wasn't to this extent. And I feel like people are using it out of terms. Like you're
Yeah,
approaching this book like my life is going to change 360. I'm going to learn. But when you read it, it's a good book. I'm not saying it's not a good book. It's a good book. But I feel like it is not turning tables around and changing your life type of good book. I feel like this is a book that you can journey with and find more as well in fiction to learn about yourself. Personally, Art on My Mind might be, to me, one of her better books. critical
Now, I will
watch.
say you talked about the artist way. Are you depressed, girl? Because the artist way is a good sign of
I'm
depression. You all
so
right?
weak. I'm
Are you okay?
fine.
Oh,
I'm
okay. I was gonna say, do I
perfectly
need to pull you
fine.
to the side? Because
I'm screaming because also again the artist way was perfectly fine until the girls started using it. I knew about the artist way years ago.
I was gonna
This has been
say, you all
around. It's
right?
been around.
You do we need to talk about some things in here? You okay?
I'm perfect because I'm reading things and I'm like, I don't deal with none of this. This is a little sad. I like I but
The
some
artist
of
way,
it
I opened it and I closed it right back. I said,
she ran. That's another point. She rambles.
everything ain't for everybody, but I tried
She
anyway.
ran. She rambles a lot.
I just needed to make sure you was all right. Your mental health was all right. Do we
I'm
need to get you some? I thought we was
We're
gonna.
good. We're good. I promise.
Okay.
I feel like with the artist way, the so me and Bridget were talking about this. We're like, it just feels like she's making this more complicated than it needs to be.
Okay.
Like she's repeating the same things over and over and over again.
Uh huh.
And some of the exercises are like, they're cool. They're good exercises to like make you approach like how to get out of a rut, your creative rut, right? I'm not in like the deepest creative rut. Let's make that clear. But I could be deeper into an art practice by maybe doing some things differently. I do like the artist date. I like the idea of like maybe going to a museum alone,
Yeah.
actually thinking about things and writing down things and critically like looking at things, but that
Right.
might just be being more intentional in your everyday life.
Mhm.
But I just it's all right. It's not a bad book. It's just certain things she could have
Yeah.
left out. Yeah, I get why people start and stop or just say I'm good on it. But
Yeah. I was because you mentioned that
anyways,
before, and I was
yeah,
like, do I need to go to
no,
California and check on my friend?
I'm fine.
Okay.
It's a
All
good book.
right.
It's a nice little exercise in the morning just to be like, okay. But them 3 pages, they're not bad, but it's just like, dang, I got to journal 3 pages. Just going. What am I gonna talk about today? I got nothing in my brain left right now. Yeah.
I think the only good thing from the artist way are the morning pages.
Mm.
Besides that, everything else.
It just was whatever. Yeah, I can see that. But yeah, no, I'm fine. I think it's a pretty interesting. I've been wanting to do it for the longest, ever since I found out about it a couple of years, quite a few years ago.
Mhm.
And I was like, okay, let's try it. Let's see. But people made it super intimidating. It's not that intimidating. It's just not. It's just very long winded in a lot of areas. Especially that first chapter. You're just like, okay, you said this already. You're saying this in different
Yeah,
font
I think I'm
again.
realizing how emotionally unavailable I am
Mm-hmm.
because lately things that require too much emotion, I'm just like no, and I think that's one of those things where it's like the artist
Mm-hmm.
way requires like all of this emotional work
Mm-hmm.
that I just don't I
You don't have room for. I get it. I get it. It's a lot of introspective type of mumbo
see, and
jumbo
I'm
type of.
already introspective. I am not a person
Mm-hmm.
that needs to go deep because that is just who I am naturally.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, but anything that revol mm,
Yeah. But yeah, that's that's it for the books.
how do you
Yeah,
feel
that's it.
about people calling Toni Morrison mean?
And bell hooks and Nikki Giovanni. Um, Me personally, I never thought she was probably gonna be the nicest lady in the world. I thought that was kind of. I mean, I thought that was kind of. But I also think, here's my other thing too with the whole conversation. I think people expect you to be nice when you're at a certain level. Like you have to be nice. Like you have to have this approachable attitude because you wrote these books. We revere you. We love you. We have to praise you. and you're not nice, you're not grateful, but nice and grateful aren't the same thing. She like that. So I think people I think people expect a level of like approachability and niceness from especially black women in our greats, and not thinking like they just want to write, make the art, put it out, and keep it moving. That's my total thoughts on that.
I think that just because you like someone doesn't mean they have to like you back. And that we have to remember that we know who Toni Morrison, Beyonce, Bell Hooks, Nikki Giovanni, we know who they are. And their work
Mm-hmm.
has shifted so many things for us, right? They don't
Mm-hmm.
know you from a hole in the wall. So imagine somebody randomly walked up to you and was expecting you to sign a book and to put on in this moment because they are so excited to meet you, and all you trying to do is get home. I like I'm like them people don't know who you are, baby.
They don't. And you're like, I'm a fan. I'm approaching them as somebody that loves your work. Yes. But and also they're also human, and they also probably don't care about you being a fan. They just want you to read the work, digest it, and
Right,
apply it.
right,
It's
right,
really not hard. And I have a lot of people are like, well, my granny been being mean forever. But it's true. It's like our elders have always been tough love type of people.
right.
Probably not the most approachable people. And that's okay. I like the work. I don't, it's not going to change my mind. No.
I don't know. I just think there's a people forget like they don't know you. You know them.
Yeah. And you know them from afar. You really don't know them. Like, if you're being honest, you really don't know. You know what they tell you. They know it. And this goes with celebrity influencer culture. You see what they show you, but you don't really know them. You know of them.
It's very interesting because I was like, am I in the Twilight Zone? Y'all are mad because an older black woman was mean to you? When has one been nice?
The discourse is weird because they really want to find something like they've been arguing about Toni Morrison for the past 4 months straight about any and everything to pick, and it's like, okay, if you don't like the book, you don't like the book. If you don't like her, you don't like her. Cool, let's move on. Like, it's really not.
Yeah, that girl said that Toni
Oh,
Morrison was
this.
the Lena Waithe of literature, and I that's gonna
What?
haunt me for my I'm gonna be on my deathbed in 76 years holding somebody's hand, probably my grandbaby, talking about some you better haunt their you better find every descendant of that person and eradicate them. Because why would you say that? And who do we think Lena Waithe is? Who?
You know, they watched Queen and Slim and they said everything she do is terrible. I still haven't watched the movie. Keep in mind, I haven't watched the movie. But how bad was the movie, guys? It couldn't have been that bad.
It couldn't have been that bad.
Like how bad was the movie? Like, you guys are traumatized?
Wait, speaking of movies, did you watch what's the name of it? Hold it, everybody. Okay, Shelby Charades. Tiana Taylor
One
and
battle after another.
did you watch it?
No, but I want to watch it now because of Discourse. Cause
Yeah,
how
I guess
bad
people
was
thought
her?
it wasn't bad.
Okay, so and
Okay, so
Tabby
like
said the same thing. Yeah.
the Denzel Washington the Spike Lee movie. Remember when I went to see that in the theaters and I said to you it gave like friends got together and they had the money so they made a movie. That's what this one feels like too. It feels very indie vibes. Like it feels like an independent movie. that some friends got together. They wanted to test out some different things or whatever, and they did.
Okay, I mean that makes sense, and also like people are mad that they're winning all the awards, but you guys have to understand they're campaigning. They got billboards everywhere. I mean, I
Literally.
live in Los Angeles. They have a billboard on a random refrigerator sometimes, like a homeless person is using. Like that is how much they have billboards around here
I
about
thought
that
it was
movie.
good. I thought
Okay,
Tiana Taylor did very, very good, especially with her coming off the heels of what was that other movie that she did where she was
it was
playing
with her
that boy's mom?
mother.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Like I
Yeah.
feel like that was her foot in the door. And then I'm
Hmm.
gonna watch once we get done recording, I'm gonna watch the other one. That The Rip, I think it's called. She's in that came on Netflix today.
Oh, there's a new one out.
Yeah. Like today, and this one is like a heist movie now. You know, I like me a good how my granny used to, I mean, my pop up used to say, "Bang bang, shoot 'em up." I like those.
Oh, speaking of Bang Bang Shoot 'em,
I
I
like
meant
me a
to
good bang bang, shoot 'em up.
I meant to update you. I'm at season 2 of The Following.
Ain't it
My
good,
God.
girl?
My God, this show is crazy. I'm hooked.
Listen, I
I'm hooked.
I there I'm not good at a lot of things, but the things that I am good at is recommending a TV show and recommending a book and music. Those are the three things that I excel in. Okay, I can give you a good song, I can give you a good book, and I can tell you a good thing to watch on television.
I I am so like every time I feel like they're gonna get this man, he finds a way. He finds like how does he?
Yes.
But Ryan can't run. Poor baby, he
Yeah.
can't run. He be flailing his
Uh-huh.
legs and
Mm-hmm.
it just be a lot. But oh my God, like but like I'm over here like this because every time they like and I'm like
When that girl, when I figured out that the nanny was he had set the people up next door, I
I
was I was in my window like, I bet you my neighbors is after me right now.
everybody. I don't trust nobody in the show. Don't like. So I'm at. So if anybody watch, I mean, I feel like this show's
It's
been out, but
old. Yeah, no.
yeah.
But I feel like when it was out, like it wasn't as popular as I thought it was. So
I
maybe
don't.
people will
Yeah,
start watching it now because
they should bring
it's a
back another
very good show.
season. They should bring back another season.
I'm saying with the
Come
way of the
on, Detective
world,
Ryan. Yeah,
okay,
you
we
got
can have
something
us in the
going.
talk.
Listen, I'm at this part where the news reporter, what's her name, Carrie, the news reporter who is reporting all the things, who's hooking up with Ryan because homegirl, original homegirl, she's under witness protection, but he don't know that.
Uh, right.
So that's where I'm at. I don't trust her. I don't. That's why
I
I
gotta
didn't
go
trust the
back.
gallery owner too.
Hmm.
She was giving
I
me
gotta go
suspicious
back and
vibes too.
rewatch because I
Mm-hmm.
started my rewatch, but then I watched his and hers.
Oh, okay.
Did you get to the end of that?
I already watched it. I finished it in one night.
Okay, that was
Mm-hmm.
good.
Yeah, it was.
Um, and then The Pit is back,
Yes, I saw
so
that.
I watched the first and the second episode of that,
Mm-hmm.
and then on Sunday, my Game of Thrones is back. We got a new show, the Night of the Seven Kingdoms,
Mm-hmm.
that come
Do
back
you
on Sunday.
watch Paradise? Or did you? I don't know.
Yeah,
With
that's with that black man. Hmm.
Sterling K. Brown. That comes back soon in February. And then
Okay.
um what's the show with Aldous Hodge?
But yeah, my mama liked that one.
Yeah, that comes back also
You
February too.
know, I didn't know that he was a person for a long time. I thought everybody was excited about all these.
I love him.
Yeah, no, I thought everybody thought that Aldi's was a nice grocery store or something, and I went in there and was like, I
I
mean,
know, I know.
and then
We had that,
apparently
yeah,
he's
we
a
had that
black man.
conversation. He's a very lovely looking black man who picked up my camera lens. We'll never forget that
Yeah,
day.
I do remember that. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Great times. Almost a year anniversary of that.
It is.
Hand will never be the same. Anyways, The Following, man, that show got me hooked.
It's good, ain't it?
Yeah. I love it. I
I
think it's a
wonder
great
if
time.
there's a book out there. Like, are there any books about cults out there that is kind of like the following?
I was thinking that too, because when it's centered around Edgar Allan Poe, I'm like, okay, so this is where it spawns from. I wonder if there is any like you were saying, any spin-offs also with his work or inspired by his work that have the same vibe or just like what
Yeah,
is
like I
out
want to
there?
read like a cult thing. It's funny bringing up Edgar Allan Poe. So I was ranting to my sister about something, and I was like, why did he have to write about this black man? Like he could have wrote about Edgar Allan Poe or something. And my sister said, well, who would read that? Like he wrote about whoever he wrote about because of the like want for it was what she was trying to say. But I said,
Mm-hmm.
well, I would read about me. I would read about Edgar Allan Poe. I'm the
Mm-hmm.
target audience.
Yeah.
And I don't think
Then.
I've heard my sister laugh that hard since Daddy has been gone. And it made me feel good that I made her laugh. But it was like, as she was saying it, I was like,
Mm-hmm.
well, me, I
Yeah.
would read it.
I kind of want to
So,
know. I want to know.
I
I
wish
would
we
read
could go
it.
back in time and tell Edgar Allan Poe he wasn't crazy.
He wasn't. He
The
wasn't.
crows was talking to you, baby. They was. Well, the
Hmm.
raven. They was talking to you.
Yeah. I like that show. It was good. So that's where I'm at. That might be my weekend too. What else? I think that's it as far as shows. So want to talk about goals before we wrap it up?
Yeah. 100 books. That's always my base. And for everybody at the back of the church that thinks that that sounds like highly unattainable, it's just 2 books a week. If you do one physical book and one audio book, or one physical book and one ebook,
Mm-hmm.
you'll read 100 books this year. Um, one classic a month, one nonfiction a month,
Mm-hmm.
and that's really it.
Okay. I think that's solid. That's pretty 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I didn't want to.
Um.
Wasn't anything like crazy.
Yeah. I was just like, cause last time I was like more indigenous, more of that, but I'm like I will do that intentionally regardless.
Hmm.
Um. So I guess a couple of my goals. One, I have 90 in mind. I did
Okay.
82 last year. I could have smoothly just gone to 100, but I was just like, I'll just chill with the books that I have and read them and take them, blase, blase. I think I'm gonna get to 90, maybe 100. We'll see. No pressure on the number. But just whatever I do is whatever I do. But I know I'm gonna go past for sure 80. Because that was easy to do. More nonfiction, so probably one in a month. Classics in rotation. So the next 3 books each month, because we have There Is Confusion and then Passing by Nella Larson, and we're currently reading The Wedding. That is 3 already. That'll be done. And then we're reading Jazz as a family next week, just as a side quest for Toni
Mm.
Morrison. So there's just those are some classics. I said I
Jazz,
would. Mhm.
read immersive. Read that.
Okay, I'll get the audiobook.
Immersive. Read that one. I think the
Okay.
audiobook is abridged, but you won't the parts that are like not there, you can read those quickly enough, but
To connect the dots. Yeah.
listen, like immersive read that one.
Okay. Cool.
Because it's a shorter one,
Mm-hmm.
but there's a lot happening.
So like kind of like a Sula, a lot happening at the same time.
Yes.
Okay.
Because I believe Beloved, Sula, and Jazz are the trilogy. Double check that one. I don't think it's Sula, one of them, but they are technically a trilogy. Hold the line.
They're a trilogy, but like they're sister books, but not necessarily. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Jazz Beloved in Paradise.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
Because they all kind of cover this like things about the intersectionalities of like relationships and stuff like that.
Good to know. Good to
Yeah.
know,
So,
because I think we're gonna do Beloved this year at some point. When, I don't know.
hmm.
Um, Depending on the theme that we go with, potentially.
Beloved's a good pick if you do a horror theme.
Yeah. So we'll figure that out. Reading off of my bookshelf more.
Okay.
So like getting to a lot of the books that I have just sitting there. I wanted to try my stab at more poetry for real this time. I said that the last time, but I really do. I really do. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try.
Me and
I
my
read.
friends were all together a while ago, and we were talking about dating like
Mm-hmm.
poetry niggas. My friend group has a harsh feelings about niggas that read or recite poetry, and my friend Shayna said, "Give me some pussy." So when you said poetry, I can hear her in my head in her poetry nigga cadence.
Oh my god. But I hate spoken word. I really do. I think it's a very scary thing.
Terrible and bad. I
It's
don't
very
like it.
scary. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna try because I.
Now you're gonna hear that in your head from now on,
Yeah,
friend. You're
I'm gonna
welcome.
be reading. I'm just be reading it just like that. I'm gonna be reading like that. Yeah, I'm trying to read some poetry. Um because I read this one collection, this author sent it to me. And usually I'm like, oh, I'm not gonna read it. But I actually gave her a chance. And hers,
It was
really
good.
good. Really good. It's not out yet, so I'll let y'all know when it is out. But it comes out, I think she said March is when her book comes out. She's a local author, but she's like Anaheim's poet in residence. Um, and she's done a couple published books. She's like with the indie publisher, but nonetheless, really, really good and cohesive. So, I said I liked it. I was like, this is really good. It makes me really want to go back and like go through and comb through it even more to pick up on like literary devices and like what she's putting down. Like he
Right,
has
right,
it
right,
like
right.
moving like in a circle. Like it's very
Circle.
interesting. Yeah. So like you have to like move. I'm moving. I was over here moving the iPad to read it.
Hey,
And I
interesting.
was like, oh, this is it. This is pretty cool. I see what you're putting down here, making me really interact. That's what the
And I would
kids
have been in
need
here for that.
nowadays.
Shut up.
I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you.
I would have been in here annoyed. I like
I
if I
know
wanted interaction, I'd go to a museum. Damn it.
they
I
need to interact with the words because they don't read enough.
The
I think
babies
that's
don't read because their
really
parents probably can't, friend.
well.
I said I had to say that to someone, and they were like, "You just like changed my perspective of like what's wrong with the kids." I'm like, "Yeah, like them
Yeah,
niggas,
they
they
can and
can't read
eclectic.
because they parents."
He got 7 of them, so
Bruh, that nigga really be up there like dressed like Roger Rabbit. Just saying, the first thing that comes to mind. It's very alarming.
he has nothing underneath that brim, not even a brain.
I said, what is his brain made out of? Beans? What?
And he said it with
Why
a
do we
straight
keep
face.
talking to him? Why do we keep talking to him?
He said it with a straight face.
And now it's like, okay, I know there's something wrong with him, but I would like to talk to Jasmine. I'm not even calling her Jazzy no more. I want to talk to Jasmine because this is the nigga that you thought was worthy of giving some pussy to.
And having his baby. Mm-hmm.
That's the nigga that you are being uncomfortable and having anal sex with because that's what he wants because he pays all the bills. That one, my God, today. But yeah, the children can't read because their parents probably can't.
Yeah.
And that's a larger issue.
That's a whole
Especially when
other
y'all are
thing.
making fun of people for looking up words that they didn't know.
Yeah, I was like, we don't do that?
But the funny thing is I don't know if you saw it, but on Threads a couple of weeks ago, I asked, I said, when y'all are annotating, are y'all making a list, like looking up words that y'all don't know? And a lot of them bitches said no.
Really? Like when I see a word, I saw there's a couple words in Dorothy West's book, and I was like, I ain't seen this book before. That was
All the
me
time. All
all
the
the
time.
time. I do. I think it's just like
A lot of them
it's just
bitches said no,
automatic.
friend.
Oh,
They said no.
oh,
And then that girl on TikTok, I forget her name, Takaja to something. She was talking about a word that she had never heard before. Or no, she was asking what does slack jaw
oh yeah, you were
mean.
saying that. Yeah, yeah.
And it was like even having the back and forth with her and like the people in those comments, I was just like, understand why y'all are not understanding the books because nobody is looking anything up.
They're not even using context clues.
Right. Like, and it was no tea, no shade to her, but I'm like, what
Mm-hmm.
she thought slack jaw man. I'm like, so does that make sense in context with what you're reading? And she said, yeah. And all I could say was okay.
Yeah. Hmm.
So the people are not looking anything up. And that's no tea, no shade to her. She reads a lot and she has like a lot of good book recs and things like that. But it was just I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
why are we not looking things up, guys? Like a quick Google search. Ask Alexa or something.
Wow. That really does make me sad.
Yeah,
They're
so
really
it's
out
like
here.
they're not doing that for themselves. So how are they supposed to leave the babies to do? You get, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Crazy time. Yeah. I mean, that's it for my book goals. I
Those are some
think,
good book goals, friend.
yeah. Like the previous years that I made book goals, last 2, 3 years, I was just like making. It wasn't that I wasn't intentionally doing them. It was just not stuff that I would say I was trying to stick with. Like I had to really sit and like, okay, what do you really want to do? Like,
Okay.
do you really intentionally want to do it? So now that I've gotten a good rhythm with my reading and the types of books and all the things and being very diverse in what I try to read, um, I think I'm gonna stick to like this outline of maybe 3 or 4 goals and then just stick to those type of thing.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I told people. I was like, don't make goals based on the people that you see online. Make goals that are realistic to
Mm-hmm.
yourself. And that's something
Yeah.
that I've always done. I make goals for me and not for the outside world. And
Hell yeah.
then you'll find that your goals are easier to meet because you're not setting unrealistic standards for yourself. So,
Exactly, exactly. Everybody's in there. I don't want to have a number of books. I don't want to read. I don't want to have a goal number of books. And I was like, well, personally, I like the number. I like to know how much I read.
I just don't like seeing like
Yeah,
you're
the
87
pressure.
books behind.
Yeah, the pressure is a lot. Yeah.
That I don't like. So I only put one book in Storygraph. I've been doing that the last couple of years. I put one book, I read 130. I put one book, I read 150. You know.
Mm-hmm. Hooray!
So, right.
Yeah.
But telling me that I'm 187 books behind is it does something to my nerves and I don't need no help being stressed out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think that's it. Anything
Alrighty.
else before we hop off?
No, I think we covered everything. If you guys would like to find us on socials, everything is in the description box. Legal Readers on Instagram and Threads. If you would like to email us for specific uh book recommendations, any questions that you have about reading or something that you've read, you can email us at the League of Readers unpackingpod@gmail.com. All books mentioned will be down below. Oh, for this month, we are reading The Grand Paloma Resort by
Yes.
Mavis
Yeah.
Natera, and she will be joining us next week. So
Mm-hmm.
if you would like to read it, you should. It's a great book. And yeah, we'll see you next week.
Bye, guys.